Good afternoon, everybody. This is Steve Fletcher with a trumpet for my people. Today is February 25th, 2024. And I wanted to look into Shushan, Purim, and just the meaning of Shushan. And if we notice on the Torah calendar, Shushan Purim is today from February 25th to February 26th. If we go to the Hebrew calendar, Shushan Purim is not until March 25th, which coincides with the next lunar eclipse. March 25th, there will be a lunar eclipse, Shushan. And so Shushan Purim falls on Adar 15. And on the Torah calendar, they have this month, and the Hebrew calendar has it next month. Okay? I want to just look at the information about Shushan, Purim, and Shushan itself, and I found some interesting details. Okay, so I was doing some Bible study here in my new Bible study program, eSword, which I just got, and I was looking up some stuff, and I wanted to investigate a little bit about Shushan. And the first thing I noticed, well, number one, Shushan is the location of the palace in Babylon and in Persia, and Shushan Purim is connected to Persia and the book of Esther. Okay, if we look up Shushan in the Strong's Concordance, we're going to see it in Nehemiah chapter 1. Then we're going to see it in Esther a number of times. And then it's only used one more time in the book of Daniel. Shushan. And so it's in Nehemiah one time, it's in Esther 17 times, and it's in Daniel one time. But here's what caught my attention. Shushan, the meaning of Shushan is a lily. A lily. Okay? Lily is one of the main characters in the movie I, Pet Goat. Lily. Okay, maybe she represents Esther. Shushan or Susa is said to have received its name from the abundance of the lily in its neighborhood. It was originally the capital of the country called in scripture Elam, and by the classical writers Susis or Susiana. In the time of Daniel, Susa was in the possession of the Babylonians. Okay, so if we take a look at this portion of I, Pet Goat, and we look at this girl, Lily, and we see that she's in a circle, is this somehow connected to an eclipse? Is she connected somehow to the biblical character of Esther, seeing that Shushan or Susa means lily? Okay, so here we have lily in a circle, and there is a penumbral lunar eclipse on March 25th, and this is the day of Shushan Purim on the Hebrew calendar. Okay, the other important thing to know about Shushan is that the Golden Gate, the eastern gate of the temple wall in Jerusalem, is also called the Shushan Gate. The Golden Gate, the Eastern Gate, the Shushan Gate. This is the Golden Gate, or the Gate of Mercy, and it is the only eastern gate of the Temple Mount and only one of two gates of the old city of Jerusalem that used to offer access into the city from the east side. The gate has been sealed since 1541, the most recent of several sealings. Its interior can be accessed from the Temple Mount. In Jewish tradition, the Messiah will enter Jerusalem through this gate, coming from the Mount of Olives. Christians and Muslims generally believe that this was the gate through which Jesus entered Jerusalem during the timing of the triumphal entry. Okay, and the names of this gate: the eastern gate of the second temple compound is called Shushan Gate. Okay, Shushan Gate. Shushan being connected to the coming of the Messiah, the eastern gate, the golden gate, entering into the Temple Mount. So Shushan means lily. So I want to read this article from Madain Project about the Shushan Gate. The Shushan Gate was the eastern gate of the Jewish temple. It was named after the ancient Persian city of Susa. The gate most probably was given this name by builders who had returned from exile in Babylon and for whom the palace of Shushan lived on in their memories. Historically, on the Day of Atonement, the scapegoat was taken out through the Shushan Gate and sent off over the Mount of Olives into the wilderness, symbolically carrying the sins of the people with it. The exact location of the Shushan Gate is unknown. However, it was either located directly beneath the Gate of Mercy or somewhere near it to the south in the eastern wall. According to Mishnah, there were 5 gates leading to the Temple Mount. The eastern gate has an image of Shushan, the capital. It was where the priest who burned the red heifer, and all of those who participated in the process would exit to go to the Mount of Olives. 70 years after the Babylonian sack of Jerusalem and Jewish exile in Babylon, King Darius, son of Queen Esther, and King Achashverosh granted his Jewish subjects permission to return to Zion and rebuild their temple. According to Mishnah, the returning Jews made an engraving of Shushan, the capital of the Persian Empire, above the newly built eastern gateway of the Temple Mount. The engraving commemorated Purim and reminded the Jewish people from whence they came and to remain loyal to their Persian benefactors. Because Persia was east of the Holy Land, the eastern temple gateway was chosen as the site for this memorial engraving. And so the Shushan Gate, or the eastern gate, is connected to the timing of Purim, when they came back from the Babylonian captivity and built this gate and put the engraving of Shushan in the arches. This is the gate that they say is connected to the second coming of the Messiah. So these are just a few details that came out in my studies. I wanted to get this information out to you and share this with you. If you want to look more into all of this, the connection between Shushan, the Golden Gate, Lily, Shushan Purim, and all the like, I wanted to get this information out to you guys for your consideration and for your further study. Let me know if you see anything beyond all of this. This to me would be something to consider during the timing of Shushan Purim on the Torah calendar, and also Shushan Purim on the Hebrew calendar, also connected to the next eclipse of March 24th, March 25th. And for today, February 26th, this is interesting that on the head of Virgo is asteroid Esther, connected with the moon. This is today, February 26th, Shushan Purim on the Torah calendar. If we go forward a month, asteroid Esther no longer has any sign connected to it on Shushan Purim on the Hebrew calendar. It's connected now to the head of Virgo, connected to the moon on Shushan Purim, February 26th. Esther crowning the head of Virgo today, and this is moving away now, and by next month it is not connected any longer to Virgo. So this is the sign for today, Shushan Purim, February 26th, 2024. I pray you guys are blessed. This is Steve Fletcher with the trumpet for my people, the sign of his coming revealed.